had the soul. I'm wild and work. Bring it like I thought so it's my face. Those my respect. Coming out the people gripping. All you is most of my identity. And let me surrender the ink. I'm bringing that energy. It's the pleasure bringing the image. It's every bring this hand out. Try to harm me. I'm accomplishing it. Cause what I heard on the left. For no respect. Ain't no two for me. I'm good. Ain't no two for next week. I mean, I'm not two with it. I'm good. I'm good. But this love, this tech. Ain't no two for me. I get like that. You wanna go get back. You don't wrong. So wrong. You don't wrong. So wrong. Don't just want to scream at me now. You wanna go get back. You don't wrong. So wrong. So wrong. Eyes up to the clouds, looking for a better day. Head for the stress, need another place for my head to lay. They wanted roach. I'm about to give it to them. Came up with a boss bitch. She get fly, sit in the living room. So ain't no time to get it out. This is part of the rap. I want you started a rap. And the whole of the best shit. Yeah, I'm all big on dick. Expect the color and text for it. Get it talk, no this quick. Look at her all, yeah. They know the bitch boy. I turn on it. Strap for the front. I outlive all my performance. Get down with when the trouble comes down low. You wanna hurt me on the rap. You wanna know me back. Ain't no two for me. I'm good. Ain't no two for next week. I mean, I'm no two for that. I'm back. But this stuff, this cat, no two for me. Like that. You wanna go get back. You don't wrong. So wrong. You don't wrong. So wrong. Don't you want next week? You wanna go get back. You don't wrong. So wrong. So wrong.
Alright, Shalom, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Barakatah, Yahweh Shemar Latah Bashim Yahweh Shai, to all the brothers and all the sisters. I'm Preaching Officer Karatazar. I'm going to be holding it down for the Wednesday night law class. Is there any questions that you might have? Anything on the law? Anything in that nature? Alright, cool. We're going to get straight into it then. There's a couple things I want to touch on, just for people who might not know you new coming into the school. Do you know about the laws like being clean and unclean?
I'll say majority.
Majority. Okay, like
majority, right, and probably not all of them.
Okay, so like you know that when you lie with a woman, just say y'all lay with each other in the morning time, you'll be considered unclean until the evening time.
Yeah,
right. You can't come to no high holy days. Can't come to class. I mean, you can come to the building, but you don't want to come into class unclean. You know what I'm saying? Definitely if you're teaching, but it is to say that you can't come and sit in class. I heard this being taught before. You can't come sit in class unclean because what if we get a brother right off the street? He come in class. He don't know about the laws of uncleanliness. Now can we not teach since that brother is unclean? No, we still teach. It's mainly for the teacher. The brother that's prophesying and reading the scriptures, he has to be clean. You see what I'm saying? So definitely for a high holy day though, and a Sabbath service, because you might get called up here, so you want to be clean. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So like, as far as the high holy day, would you be able to give me like a description on that?
For what? How it's gonna go, or just?
Well, just the background of it and how it became one of our holidays.
Well, that's what we're gonna go over tomorrow. If
I
tell you right now, man, it's gonna take away from what we're gonna do tomorrow.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it is a memorial. It's not really necessarily a high holy. It's just a memorial of something that we remember. I believe it's for. I have to research that my damn self. I want to say blowing of the trumpets is a reminder of Jericho.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay.
I believe it's that, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, that's what we're gonna go over tomorrow for sure. We both get our questions answered. You know what I'm saying? I think Kevin Cesario gonna be holding it down, or if not Kevin Cesario, of course Kevin Gador. Somebody gonna be holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you come. Nice. It's gonna be lots of food, lots of drink. You know what I'm saying? Any formally invite any of y'all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You are more than welcome to come to 246 East Highland Avenue, San Bernardino, California, and at 7 p.m. to rock out the Lord's memorial blowing of the trumpets. That's tomorrow night, right? So we're gonna go into the account of Jonah. Do you know about the account of Jonah? I hate saying stories, by the way. If y'all read this Bible and y'all watching this Bible, don't say story. Don't say the story of. That just sounds like, you know, because story can be lying. Like you know, you're talking to your people. You like, man, you telling a story. Like, you know, like you lying, or it's not. It's like it puts the mindset of it could be real, it could not be real. You know what I'm saying? When you say an account, like this actually happened, like, you know, it makes it more real. You know what I'm saying? So, and it shows it in your speech as well. But so the account of Jonah, if you don't know, I'm gonna give you a little quick brief synopsis before we get into it. But go ahead.
Is that Jonah the one that got swallowed by the whale, right?
Well, it doesn't say whale, so we don't say that.
Okay.
It just says a big fish.
Yeah, I got it. So that's
Christianity.
Right.
That's that Christianity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It says a big fish. You don't know. Okay, it could have been a Loch Ness monster. That's why.
Yeah, it could have.
You know what I'm saying? It could have been one of them.
Cracking.
It could have been something like that. It describes it as a big fish. Christianity put it as a whale because a big fish. It had to be this. They're trying to make it what they want to make it, but it just describes it as a big fish. We're gonna get into that too. But before I get into that, give me 2 Chronicles 16:9. Just to let you know that the Lord is constantly watching us in all that we do. Whether it's good, whether it's evil, whether it's not, whether you ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Where your works that you do, don't do your works that you do. Don't do it for men. You don't do it for nobody else. I mean, obviously you honor the men above you. You know, you can show them gratitude and do works for them. But I'm saying, the work that you putting in, just because it might not get noticed, just because somebody didn't see the little things or this and that, just know that the eyes of the Lord are in every place watching, and He knows what you're doing. So you got to do your work, not to be men pleasers, but you do your work to be pleasers of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's who we all in here serving. That's who you got to do your work for. You know what I'm saying? Well, go ahead, read that for me when you got it.
So you said 2 Chronicles 16:9?
Yes.
2 Chronicles chapter 16, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
For the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole world.
Right.
The earth. So like it.
Read that one more time.
For the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth.
Right, throughout the whole earth. So a brother's eye, he don't see what you're doing at home. You know what I'm saying? He don't see you prepping that food for the high holy day. He don't see you, you know what I'm saying? I missed this, I left that. How many times do you have to run to the store and the preparations, the late nights and stuff that you sacrifice? You might tell him about it so he knows about it, or he might have been there with you so he sees it then. But the Lord sees it. That's what matters the most. The Lord sees what you're doing. The Lord sees your sacrifice. The Lord sees the effort that you're trying to put in to make a high holy day glorious. The Lord sees the effort that you're trying to put in to bring a heavy topic to class. The Lord sees the effort that you put in just to hold Shamar. You know what I'm saying? He knows what you're going through. He might have, some brothers might be like, dang, my feet really hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's hot. You know what I'm saying? I'm really going through it. But you enduring that, you suffering it for who? For the man behind you? No, you're suffering it for, obviously for your brothers. You know what I'm saying? If you're holding Shamar and things like that. But you suffering it, and you're doing it because you really want to serve the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And let the Lord, and the Lord's watching that. The Lord sees it. You see what I'm saying? And you will get your reward in due time, right?
Okay.
Let's drop that. Give me Proverbs 5:21. No, better yet, Proverbs 15:3. I think that's a better eyes of the Lord precept. Proverbs 15:3. Then we're gonna get into the account of Jonah.
Proverbs chapter 15, verse 3. The eyes of the Lord are in every place.
The eyes of the Lord are in every place. Look, what you doing in secret will come to light. You think you getting away with smoking a little weed in the cut? You think you getting away with sleeping with whores or cheating on your man or whatever the hell you decide you doing? You think you ain't getting away with it.
Right.
The eyes of the Lord are in every place. Meaning, He can see what you're doing in the dark, and it will be brought to light, and you will be judged for it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's always, remember that was sin. This is the law class, so we can go over it. Remember that was sin. It's like credit. You know what I'm saying? Sin is like credit. Use it now, pay for it later. You see what I'm saying? And how much debt is you gonna allow yourself to get into before you die? Like scripture say, the wages of sin is death. So like I said, use that credit aspect of what I'm saying. You accumulating, instead of accumulating money, you accumulating time towards your death. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And it could be just one more sin that you got till you die. You see what I'm saying? You don't wanna fester with your grace periods. You don't want to fester with the Lord or tempt the Lord in any way to kill you or take you out this earth or to punish you. You see what I'm saying? So you want to do right now because the Lord is watching you right now. And it's high time to do the right thing. Wars, you got pedophiles and racists. I mean, they always been racist, but you got pedophiles, blatantly pedophiles, trying to get in office, and they pushing agendas. They opened up pedophilia and lowered the statutory, what's it called, the consent age. You now sleep with little kids and stuff like that. They pushing it all in schools and doctrines. They got the little stuff on Netflix called QDs with his little girls twerking and all kind of weird stuff going on. Like now is the right time to get right.
Right.
Fires is going up on California. Is it me? Am I like? Tell me if I'm tripping. Wasn't it just like in the high 100s, like for 2 weeks, 3 weeks straight, and now we in like the low 80s, high 70s? That's like a drastic change. It's like 25 degree change. I was thinking about that on the way here. I'm driving. I'm like, it was just like burning up like at night 80 degrees.
Right.
Now it's like at night it's getting cold. Like you go outside. Ooh, it's chilly out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that lets you know that times is changing, and it's changing drastically. When the weather changes like this, things are changing drastically. You see what I'm saying? And it's time for you to get right. The Lord is watching you. He's picking his crops now. It's harvesting time. He's picking who he wants. Make yourself worthy to be picked. You know what I'm saying? How long you gonna hang on the vine? How long you gonna be unright? You see what I'm saying? But keep reading that. Read it from the top, book, Shah.
Proverbs verse 15, chapter 3. So Salakia. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 3. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good.
Right, beholding the evil and the good. He's watching you for your good, and he's watching you for your evil. You see what I'm saying? Drop that, and give me Jeremiah 11 and 22. And this is my last precept before we get into Jonah. But Jeremiah 11 and 22. Because he's watching you, right? And since he's watching you, and you're doing wrong, the Lord will punish you. And if you don't, this precursors into the topic, Jonah. The Lord knows when you get told to do something, right? You always want to execute it. Execute the order and follow it.
Right.
Right? It's coming from the Lord. That's why we say in the ISBK, these orders come from the Lord. It could be the smallest thing, but it's coming from the Lord, right? You don't want to lean into your own understanding, because the scripture says the way we seem right unto man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Right.
We're going to get into that as well. You're going to see why I'm bringing these up when we start to read Jonah. So go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 11, verse 22. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, Behold, I will punish them. The young men shall die by the sword. Their sons and their daughters shall die by famine. Right.
I wanted that first part. Therefore, thus saith the Lord. Behold, I will punish them. The Lord will punish you if you're doing wrong. The Lord will hold a judgment against you if you're doing wrong. He ain't all just fine and dandy. Why the heck you think we at the bottom of society now?
Right.
The Lord punishing us. For what? For the wrongs that we've done. For the sins that we've committed. You see what I'm saying? But go ahead. Drop that. Give me Jeremiah. Jonah. Slide. Give me Jonah. To get there with you. Like and subscribe. Share the class. You know what I'm saying? Tune in. Like I said, for all those who might be new to this, the ISUBK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Jonah Yohana. You see what I'm saying? We're here to teach all blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians that you are God's chosen people, and that your life is, and your history is this Bible, and you are worth something in this earth, and don't let your worth go for nothing. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So, is there chapter and verse?
Jonah 1 and 1.
1 and 1? Okay. Jonah chapter 1, verse 1. Now the word of the Lord came unto Jonah, the son of Amittai,
Go ahead, continue.
saying, Arise, go to the Nineveh,
Mm-hmm.
that great city, and cry against it.
Right. So now, the Lord came to Jonah, because Jonah is a what at this time? If he's telling him to cry against the city, what is he doing? What is Jonah? We cry against America. What is that? What are we?
Captain?
Well, that would be an office, but he's a prophet. You see what I'm saying? Jonah's a prophet. He's telling him to go against Nineveh. The Lord's telling Jonah, prophesy against Nineveh. It's a great city, meaning like just how we prophesy against America or brothers and sisters, we prophesy against Los Angeles or California. We prophesy in these cities against these cities for the wrongs and atrocities, and America as well. You see what I'm saying? But he's saying prophesy against Nineveh, right? Go ahead. I cannot find that. Go ahead.
Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it.
Cry against it, right? That means prophesy against it, right? Go ahead.
For their wickedness is come up before me.
Right, so the Lord sees all the evil that they're doing in Nineveh. Go ahead.
But Jonah rose up to flee unto Tarshish.
Tarshish, God. What did Jonah do? The Lord told him to go prophesy against his city. What did Jonah do? He did. He ran off. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
and this is why I brought up the precept, the eyes of the Lord are in every place. Where you going to run to, Jonah? You see what I'm saying? Where you going to run? You out here sitting, you think that, oh, I'm going to move to this city. I done did so much dirt in this city. I'm going to go have a fresh start in this city. No, the Lord's seen what you did in this city. And he's going to punish you in the next city you go to, or wherever you go round about. I don't think Jeremiah 11:22 is what I wanted. This is why, but it was one that I had. It was a precept. It's a precept in Jeremiah. Basically, it describes that how no matter where you go, the Lord gonna punish you.
Right.
That like, He gonna punish you and the things around about you. So like all that you touch, right? But Jonah, back to the story, back to the account, Salaki. Jonah then left, got told to go prophesy against Nineveh, and left to Tarshish. Right? Go ahead.
But Jonah rose up to flee unto Tarshish from the presence of the Lord.
Right. Go ahead.
And went down to Joppa. And he found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid the fare thereof and went down into it. Right. Go ahead. To go with them unto Tarshish from the presence of the Lord.
Right. So he went to, he had to get to, he was on his way to Tarshish, but he stopped in the city, hopped on a ship, and now he's on his way to Tarshish in his ship, right?
Okay.
Go ahead.
But the Lord sent out a great wind into the sea.
Right. The Lord sent out a great wind into the sea, right? Go ahead.
And there was a mighty tempest in the sea. So that the ship was like to be broken.
Right. So they hop on this ship. That ship rocking. The wind smacking it. The ship rocking and rolling like they like, dang, right? Go ahead.
Chapter 5.
Verse 5.
Verse 5. Then the mariners were afraid.
Mariners, go ahead.
And cried every man unto his God, and cast forth the wares that were in the ship.
Wares. The wares
that were in the ship into the sea. To lighten it of them.
Right.
But Jonah was gone down into the sides of the ship, and he lay and was fast asleep.
Right. So all this going on, they out there praying, they panicking. The people that's on the ship, or that's like helping, or like, what's it called? Deckhands, or what's it called? like people that are they call them mariners, but it's another word for it. I'm trying to think of it. I think it's called like deckhands or help. I don't know, Salakia. But it's another word for it. I can't think of it right now. But basically, the people that are on the ship working for the ship are like praying to their God. They're panicking because they probably set sail thinking it's going to be a cool day. Oceans look calm, forecasts look good, and the next thing you know, they're getting smacked by wind and waves, and they praying to their gods, and their gods not hearing them because they praying to an idol. They're praying to false gods. You see what I'm saying? And Jonah down there asleep. Jonah, all this going on. They throwing off a cargo, just lighting the boat, and Jonah down there asleep. Right? Go ahead.
God. Verse 6. So the shipmaster came to him and said unto him,
basically, so the captain of the ship, go ahead.
What meanest thou, O sleeper?
He came and said, what are you doing? Basically. Like, why are you down here sleeping? You don't hear what's going on?
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
Arise, call upon thy God, if so be that God will think upon us.
Right. So this shows that they really truly don't have no faith in their God.
Right.
Because they telling every man call upon his God, and every man's calling upon his God. They just trying to be like, well, can somebody's God hear us? You see what I'm saying? My God might not hear me, but can somebody's God hear us and save us? Right? That shows you that they don't have no faith. I'll be damned if I'm in a bind. I'm calling on white Jesus.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Or Caesar Borgia. I'll be damned. I'm calling on the most high power of heaven and earth. Right? Go ahead.
That we not perish. That we perish not.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, everyone to his fellow, come and let us cast lots.
Right. Okay, look. That's why I said they was scared to die. They was on the verge they felt like they was gonna die. You see what I'm saying? Because of the way the ship was rocking and the winds was hitting the ship, they were scared to die and they was praying for their life, right?
I'm gone.
Go ahead.
Oh, slack it, sir.
Go ahead.
Not to go off topic, but they mentioned Jonah's father, so what tribe would he be from?
Ooh. I don't know. I know he's an Israelite for sure though. But I'm not sure who I can look it up for you though. Let me see. That's the first time I heard that question asked. What tribe was Jonah from? Let me see. Excuse me. Don't mention it right here. What's his other name? Look at his father real quick. I don't think it says. That's a good question. I'm gonna ask that for myself too. It's not saying.
I mean, wherever he's at, he's amongst heathens, so they're praying to their own God.
Yeah, he's amongst heathens, right? But I'm not sure what. I have to do more research on it, but I'm not sure. let's see, 2 Kings 14 and 25. Let's see if it describes who this man was real quick. Let's see, give me 1 second. Nope, it doesn't describe. This is his name again. Mati was a prophet. I'll get back to you on that one. All right?
Okay.
I'll get back to you. I'll figure it out. Now I'm interested to find out now. I'll get back to you on that. Go ahead, read 7 again. You don't know what Jonah for sure was an Israelite though.
Okay.
If you read about it in 2 Kings 14 and 25, his dad was a prophet as well. You see what I'm saying? It says, speaks about the hand of his servant Jonah, the son of Amittai, the prophet. Well, his dad wasn't a prophet. Jonah was the prophet. You see what I'm saying? It describes another prophet. Ain't no prophet gonna be no heathen. Go ahead.
Arise, call upon thy God. If so, be that God will think upon us, that we perish not.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7, and they said, everyone to his fellow, come, and let us cast lots.
Right. Let us cast lots. Casting a lot would be what? I can give you a go ahead.
Casting lots would be like anchoring the ship.
No, casting lots would be like, okay, he's saying, let us cast lots. They're trying to figure out why this is happening to him. Not right now, son. Not right now. Go back there. They're trying to figure out why this is happening to him, right? And so casting lot, they trying to make it basically like the best example I can give you is like drawing a short straw, like pulling straws.
Well, okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like they break one straw in half, make it seem all like they're all even, and okay, you pick one, you pick one, you pick one, or like a roll of the dice, or there's various ways to cast lots. Like flip up a card. You know what I'm saying? But basically, they're trying to figure out process of elimination. Basically, it's trying to figure out why and who is this happening to us. Who's the cause of this?
Right.
Right. Go ahead.
And the lot fell upon Jonah.
And so Jonah pulled for lack of a better word, Jonah pulled the short straw. So they're like, okay, you're the reason why. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 8. Then said they unto him, tell us, we pray thee, for whose cause this evil is upon us?
Mm-hmm.
What is thine occupation?
Right. They asked you, why is this upon us? What's your occupation? What do you do? Right? Go ahead.
And whence comest thou? What is thy country?
They said, basically, what's your name? What's your country? Who are you? Right?
Right.
Go ahead.
And of what people art thou?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 9. And he said unto them, I am an Hebrew.
I am a what?
I am an Hebrew.
I am a Hebrew. Go ahead.
And I fear the Lord.
And I fear the Lord. Go ahead.
The God of heaven, which hath made the sea and the dry land.
Go ahead.
Then were the men exceedingly afraid.
They got scared. Go ahead.
And said unto him, why hast thou done this?
Mm-hmm.
For the men knew that he fled from the presence of the Lord.
Right, because he told them, why did they know that? Because he told them that. He told them, I'm a prophet. I'm a prophet of the Most High Power, creator of heaven and earth, land and sea. Right? And they feared that because they understood, dang, they knew who the true God was, but they knew that they couldn't be accepted of that God because why? They wasn't Hebrew Israelites.
All right.
Go ahead.
Because he had told them.
Right, he told them. Go ahead.
Verse 11, then said they unto him, what shall we do unto thee, that the sea may be calm unto us? For the sea wrote and was tempestuous.
That's a lot. Where is the word? I know the word.
Tempestuous.
Tempestuous. And the sea was wrought and tempestuous.
Verse 12, and he said unto them, take me up and cast me forth into the sea. So shall the sea be calm unto you.
Right.
For I know that for my sake this great tempest is upon you.
Right. So he's saying basically that I know why you won't. They asking him, what should we do with you? Like, we all about to, like, what should we do? And he's like, all right, take me up and throw me in the sea. And after you throw me in the sea gonna be calm to you, because it's only acting like this, it's only this way. Y'all in this situation because of me. You see what I'm saying? So that's what he's telling them to do, right? So go ahead.
Verse 13, nevertheless, the man rowed hard to bring it to the land.
No, they didn't want to throw Jonah inside the ocean. They tried to hurry up and take it. Like, let's just go back. Let's just go back. Nah, man, we ain't gonna throw you over. Let's just go back. Right. Let's see what happens. Go ahead.
But they could not.
They could not. Can't go against the Lord. The Lord is causing this on y'all because Jonah. And you ain't gonna do nothing to stop but the Lord setting in motion. Right? Go ahead.
For the sea rocked and was tempestuous against them.
Right.
Wherefore they cried unto the Lord and said, we beseech thee, O Lord, we beseech thee.
Now they started praying. They said they forgot their gods. Jonah told them who his God was. They forgot their gods and started praying to the God of the Jonah. See what I'm saying? Begging him, we beseech thee. Go ahead.
Let us not perish for this man's life.
Right. Let us not perish because of his wrong. Go ahead.
And lay not upon us innocent blood. For thou, O Lord, hast done as it pleased thee. So they took up Jonah and cast him forth into the sea.
They was like, all right, we didn't try. We tried, Jonah. We tried to roll back. We couldn't roll back, man. Look, I'm gonna take you up. We just gonna take you up. And they prayed to the Lord, took him up and just threw him in the sea. So, all right, we didn't did the right thing now. All right, go ahead.
And the sea ceased from her raging.
Jonah told him that was going to happen. Hold on, come over here.
Verse 16.
Go ahead.
Then the man feared the Lord exceedingly and offered a sacrifice unto the Lord and made vows. Now the Lord had prepared a great fish to swallow up Jonah.
Go ahead. Read that one more time.
Okay. Verse 17. Now the Lord had prepared a great fish to swallow up Jonah. And Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights.
Right now, look. This is why I say this is where that BS Christianity came in. They just say they're not teaching scripture.
Right.
You asked me, well, I said scripture don't say that. It says big fish. But people be like, nah, that's a whale.
Right.
That's a whale. No, scripture said big fish. You know what I'm saying? Right. If it was a whale, it would say whale.
Whale's not even the biggest fish.
It's not. You know what I'm saying? So they was actually that you know what they teach you in the Christian church, teach you that Jonah got caught up and was inside a whale. He had a table and chairs, and he you know, he had a light. He just clicked the light on. You know what I'm saying? And he was up in there just big chilling. He had a couch. He was watching what was he watching? The conference finals.
Right.
He was up in there just chilling. No, that's not what happened. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Nah, it's lucky. I was just gonna say, like, I had the same issue yesterday with the biting of the apple. Well, it's just the fruit.
It's
I,
the fruit. They don't
I
say
was thinking
apple.
the whole time that it was apple the whole time.
They,
and I also read it too, so I flew right past that point.
Yeah, they say apple. What else? They say fig.
Yeah.
It just says fruit. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell you what fruit. Let it be. If it was the fruit, would nobody buy that fruit to this day?
Right.
Everybody be like, nah. Well, maybe they might, because they teach apple when people still buy apples.
Right.
But all right. So wait. Okay, so they threw him over, right? And right when the Lord knew, the Lord was watching this whole situation. That's why I brought out these precepts. Eyes of the Lord in every place. 2 Chronicles 16:9, Proverbs 15:3. Give me Proverbs 5:21, just for people who might have missed it. Proverbs 5:21. We're gonna get back to Jonah. All right, so the Lord's watching the whole thing. They try to roll back. The Lord said, "Nah." They try to bargain. Well, they said, "Nah." Jonah's like, "Y'all gonna have to just throw me overboard. Y'all wanna survive this situation? Just throw me overboard. It's gonna be all right." They threw him overboard. The Lord had a big fish waiting on him that swallowed him up, and he was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights. Now, what we're about to get into is gonna be twofold. So I'm gonna break down. It's gonna be kind of like, I ain't gonna get too deep into it, but I'll just explain as we go. Read that when you get it. When you got it.
Verse 21?
Yeah, kind of. Verse 21.
Proverbs chapter 5, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
For the ways of men are before the eyes of the Lord.
For the ways of men are before the eyes of the Lord, right? This is another precept to let you know that the Lord is always watching. Whether you're a good brother, whether you're a bad brother, your works are not being unnoticed, or your evils are not going unpunished, right? Go ahead.
And he pondereth all his goings.
Right. And he wonders why you just did that. He wonders, oh, that brother's an excellent brother. He really wants to serve you. He ponders your path. You see what I'm saying? He considers your ways, whether you be wicked or good. Right? Drop that. Let's get back to Jonah.
Jonah chapter 2, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jonah prayed unto the Lord his God out of the fish's belly.
Right. Then Jonah prayed unto the Lord out of the fish's belly. Right? Go ahead.
So like you, sir. So he regretted it right away for going where he wasn't supposed to go.
Right. The Lord punished him quickly.
Right.
The life of a prophet is not easy. You got to do some things that you don't want to do. Okay. The reason why Jonah, he didn't want to go prophesy against the city.
Right.
He didn't want to go prophesy against Nineveh because he didn't want to look bad.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Captain Godohar uses this as, and other brothers in the school use Jonah as a year 2000 breakdown.
Right.
If you ever heard of the year 2000 breakdown, Priest Arya told that the world would end in 2000, and then it ended in 2000.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Jonah was going to go prophesy against Nineveh, that Nineveh will be destroyed. Nineveh will be destroyed. Now, we're going to get into that in the further chapters. Nineveh will be destroyed. And Nineveh and the Lord wasn't going to destroy Nineveh. Jonah knew this. See what I'm saying?
Right.
But the moral of that story is you do what the Lord says, because at that time, before the year 2000 breakdown, Jonah behind them wasn't in the truth yet. They heard that breakdown and made them want to get right and made them want to change.
Right.
You go, we prophesy against America that America will be destroyed. Is America destroyed now? No. But we say it is destroyed or will be destroyed.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Now, if we say America is going to be destroyed tomorrow, and it's of the Lord, right? This is just no, I'm not saying this will happen. But if we say America will be destroyed tomorrow, you know how many people are going to try to get right?
Right.
You know how much that's going to force people to want to do right. Like, dang, okay, I only got this much time now, and they're going to want to get right.
Right.
And that's what was happening in Nineveh, and that's what happened with the year 2000 breakdown. I'm not going to get into the breakdown because I'll leave that to Captain Godohar.
Mm-hmm.
But That's basically what happened. That's the situation Jonah was in. Was to prophesy against the city, and he didn't want to make himself seem like a false prophet. Right? Go ahead. But that's why he fled. But we're gonna get into that as well as we read more. But now Jonah's inside this fish's belly, right? Go ahead.
Verse 2, and said, I cried by reason of mine affliction unto the Lord.
Right, now we're gonna get into this. This is a breakdown about hell. To show you that hell is not a place down where you burn and there's a lake of fire and Satan down there with a pitchfork. It's gonna break down what hell really is in these couple verses right now, right? Okay. Go ahead, read it again, 2 from the top.
Verse 2, and said, I cried by reason of mine affliction unto the Lord.
I cried by reason of mine affliction unto the Lord. So Jonah's being afflicted inside this belly of the beast. He ain't sitting there with no pop TV dinners and stuff like that. He ain't sitting there eating a Salisbury steak and he got little fish friends with him. He's got a table and a chair, lamp, and light. How they try to paint the story to be. It's a real account. He in a fish's belly suffering. You know what I'm saying? He in a fish's belly suffering, right? And he's going to describe his affliction in these coming up verses. Go ahead.
And he heard me. Out of the belly of hell cried I.
Out of the belly of what?
Out of the belly of hell cried I.
So he's calling this belly hell. Is it literally hell like they describe it as? No. That means that fish don't, if this is hell like how they describe hell to be, that means the fish is down somewhere, he burning up in there, all that type of stuff. No. The belly of hell, he's talking about this lower state, this affliction that I'm going through, this hard time that I'm going through is hell. This is hell. That's how you know blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, America is your hell.
Right.
Wherever you are on this earth, in this kingdom, is your hell.
Right.
You're being afflicted. And you crying to the Lord for help. You crying to the Lord for mercy. Right? And the Lord hears you just like how he heard Jonah. Go ahead.
And thou heardest my voice.
Mm-hmm.
For thou hast cast me into the deep, in the midst of the seas, and the floods compassed me about.
Right. For thou hast cast me in the midst of the sea. That's speaking of how they threw him in the ocean. Right? And the water can pass me about. I was out there. I don't think a fish just magically came right in and there. Kind of Lord had prepared that fish. That fish was coming.
Right.
He was out there like in the middle of the ocean.
Right.
You got like, I know we read it, it's like the verse boom. But you gotta like put it into perspective. That brother was out there in the ocean, just like waves smacking him in the head.
Right.
I don't know about y'all, but I get anxiety when I can't touch the bottom of the, like I'm in a pool, I can float for a little bit.
Right.
But after a while, I'm like, man, I can't touch this bottom. I ain't good with this. I need to get somewhere I can walk. You know what I'm saying? I need to be able to bounce right back up.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's how it was. He's out there just definitely when you know it's fish and whales and sharks and it's so deep down there. You just know. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man. Like, you know, you might have a seaweed come wrap around your leg real quick. I don't know, man. I'll be out there flipping out. But anyway, that's what happened with Jonah. Jonah was out there. He said, and the floods come pass me about. All right, go ahead.
It's a lot. I'm still thinking about how terrible that is.
Right. It's a horrible thing, bro. It's nothing to take lightly. And this is Jonah's punishment. Just like I read in Jeremiah 11:22, the Lord will punish you.
Right.
The Lord will punish you for not following his laws, statutes, and commandments, and also will punish you for not following his orders. Right? Go ahead.
Right. And the floods compassed me about.
And if anybody has any questions, just type them in. I'll get to it. Go ahead.
All thy billows and thy waves pass over me.
Right.
Then I said, I am cast out of thy sight, yet I will look again toward thy holy temple. The waters compassed me about, even to the soul. The depth closed me around about. The weeds were wrapped about my head.
Right. So he's speaking of, I'm going to describe it to you. Speaking of when he was in the ocean, now he's speaking of when he was inside the fish. Like, you got to think. This brother's inside the belly of a fish. He can't breathe just sometimes. You know what I'm saying? When a fish breathe in water or whatever might go down or open his mouth, water coming in, smacking him in the head, he probably passing out, probably stink.
Right.
Because he probably passing out, can't breathe, wake up and like, you know what I'm saying? Seaweeds all on his head. His brother's going through hell.
Right.
Like literal hell. Talk about a bad day, at a bad 72 hours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he was going through this. Like, you know, probably, you gotta think of it. Like, you know, this is my synopsis of the situation. He probably sitting up there, the fish, some water coming in, fish eating again. You know, the carcasses of the fish coming upon him. Probably pass out because he can't really breathe, no oxygen really. Only gets to really breathe in those gaps that the fish might open his mouth or come up or whatnot. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
All type of debris and things hitting his head. He going through it in his fish.
Right.
And I don't know and I guarantee it probably stinking in there too.
Right.
Like horrible, like bad. Like intestines. What comes out of your intestines? You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get into all that, but what comes out of your intestines? What comes out of your stomach? It's stinking me, right? Go ahead.
Verse 6. I went down to the bottoms of the mountains. The earth with her bars was about me forever. Yet hast thou brought up my life from corruption.
Well, you got to think this fish might be swimming down deep, pressure. This is just me again, like pressure pushing on his head. Like, you know, because you know, the deeper you get in the ocean, the more pressure it gets. You got to think that's an aspect of it as well. But go ahead.
Oh Lord, my God.
But now he's pleading for his life. He's confessing his sins in this hell condition that he's in. I done did wrong. My life was corrupt. I done went against. I didn't prophesy like you said to do. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 7. When my soul fainted within me, I remembered the Lord.
This is why I say he was probably passing out up in there, because he said, my soul was faint. That could be just because he was so broken down, but it also could be because he was almost about to die.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But go ahead. He said, when my soul was faint within me, I remembered the Lord. Right?
Oh, God. And my prayer came in unto thee, into thine holy temple. They that observe lying vanities forsake their own mercy.
Right. They that observe lying vanities. They that observe their lying vanities forsake their own mercy. You going against, you out here for self gain, or you out here to do what you want to do. You out here going against the grain, basically. You forsaking your own mercy. That's why we say the wages of sin is death. You forsaking your own protection. You forsaking your own mercy that the Lord will show you. You're abandoning that. You're saying, I don't want that. I want this. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 9. But I will sacrifice unto thee with the voice of thanksgiving. I will pay that I have vowed. Salvation is of the Lord.
Right. And
the Lord spake unto the fish, and it vomited out Jonah upon the dry land.
Right. Go ahead.
So like it, sir.
Go ahead.
So, all right. Somewhat like how, what's his name again? Oh, I'm over here saying Jonah, so I'm forgetting his name. The one who lost his kids and
Job,
yeah. So once they get down to that lower state, and then they humble themselves, and then that's when they get their salvation, pretty much.
Okay.
Because did he just like humble himself when he was?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Because technically the fish saved him, other than killed him, right? Because he would have died out there in that ocean more so than getting spit out on the dry land.
Either way, if he out there in that ocean for 3 days, he probably would have died fat. Yeah, I get why you say kind of saved him, but either way, it would have been a punishment.
Right.
He could have not have died for those 3 days, and the boat could have came and just picked him up.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But this was the punishment that the Lord set out for him. You see what I'm saying? It was to be in that fish for 3 days. Now, to answer your question, what was your question again, slightly?
Technically, like, okay, when you're visiting that hell, when you're in that hell stage or in that lowest stage, pretty much, I wouldn't say the solution, but the best thing to do is just to stay as humble as possible and accept whatever punishment happens.
The best thing to do is to endure. The best thing to do is to endure and pray to the Lord that He gets you out of this condition.
God.
And do what is necessary to get out of that condition. Like Jonah said, I swear I'm going to do the right thing now. I'm not going to forsake my mercy no more. Right. I'm not going to be this wicked person that I was before I was in this condition. I basically telling the Lord, I learned my lesson. Please let me out. And I'm going to do the right thing. Now, you stay humble, but that's the best way. That really defines your spirit. And you brought to that lower state. Adam was brought to that lower state because he says from the dust, the Lord raised him up.
Right.
So from that lower state, the Lord raised up a man. Moses was in a lower state when he got raised up. You coming into this truth was in a lower state before you got raised up. And the Lord, that's what the Lord wants.
Right. Because
when you broken down and your heart is in true sincerity, that's when you truly gonna want what's best for yourself.
Right.
You truly gonna want how I put it. You truly gonna desire something that you probably wouldn't have desired having at all.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You truly gonna desire like, dang, okay, I do need to get myself right.
Right.
And like you now low, like, okay, I don't want to be back here again. I don't want to be back here again. I'm going to do what's necessary for me to get out of here and stay out of here. You see what I'm saying? But if you've never been brought to that lower state, how do you know what it's like? How are you going to ever? You're going to take everything for granted, really. You see what I'm saying? But go ahead.
So, like, you can read verse 10 again?
Go ahead, read it again.
Okay. And verse 10, and the Lord spake unto the fish, and it vomited out Jonah upon the dry land.
Mm-hmm. So the Lord heard Jonah's prayer from hell. And what is hell?
That's a state of burden, or how can I say it? Just a terrible state.
A terrible state or a condition.
Or a condition.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Jonah chapter 3, verse 1.
Can you check on my son? Hold on, bear with us real quick. You good? It was a phone?
I thought I heard another voice.
Yeah, me too. All right, go ahead.
All right. Jonah chapter 3, verse 1. And the word of the Lord came unto Jonah the second time, saying.
Right. Okay, now, where we at this time? I got 30 minutes. We good. All right, so look. Jonah, now, this is your time to do the right thing. This is your time to. The Lord gave him that second chance. Just like you coming into this truth, the Lord giving you that second chance. It's your time to do right. You said all these things. I know, like, I remember, like, I used to be in the world. When I was in the world and stuff, I'm laughing about it now because I'm just laughing at the wickedness that I used to do. I used to pray and be like, Lord, just please get me out of jail. If you get me out of jail tomorrow, if you get me out of jail, you get me out of jail. I be sitting there like, man, I be on my bunk like, hey, Lord, please get me out of jail.
Come.
If you get me out of jail tomorrow, I ain't gonna ever do any of this stuff again. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll be like, I'll be in my window. This is just sidebar. I'll be in my window. I remember like, I was in juvenile hall one time. I was in my window just looking out, just like, dang, man. Thinking about all my day, all my time. I'll be, you know, all the stuff I was doing at home and stuff. Like, I could get home. This is that, doing this, doing that. I'm sitting, I'm like, damn, man. I'm praying to the Lord because I had a Bible in my room. I had a dictionary in my room. So I'm reading the Bible, every word I didn't know, I would look it up in the dictionary, right? So like I'm praying, I'm reading these proverbs, reading these scriptures. I'm like, man, get me up out of here. So like I'm like, Lord, send me a sign. If the two birds on the left fly off, that means you're gonna send me home tomorrow. Please send me home tomorrow. Please send me home tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do no wrong again. Right? Lo and behold, mile behind, get out. I get out like a week later or a couple days later. I'm like, oh, thank God, oh, man. I ain't doing this stuff again. I get back home. I hit up the homies or whatnot, and I'm back doing the same old goddamn stuff I said I wasn't gonna do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's how I know I was deserving of death.
Right.
I'm praying to the Lord that He protect me doing wickedness. I'm about to go run up in His house. Please protect me. You see what I'm saying? Like that's how wicked of a person I was. So I know I was deserving of death, and I'm not glorifying none of that to no extent. I'm just showing you an example of like how I thought that was a second chance. That was just me inside my folly. The Lord finally gave me a true second chance because He brought me being in jail wasn't that low a state that I thought I was in.
Right.
It wasn't until I really truly got older and got properly brought to a lower state.
Right.
Like a lower state.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then I knew that I don't ever want to be here again.
Right.
And if this is how it's going to be, I don't want it. And I really truly repented and prayed like how Jonah did for something better. And now that I then got spat out of that belly of the fish, or like, you know, all of us got spat out the belly of the fish, now what? The Lord's like, you done said it. Let's see what you about.
Right.
And I'm not going to fester with that. I'm not going to disrespect that chance that the Lord gave me again because I could have stayed down.
Right.
I could have stayed low. I could have died.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But I didn't. The Lord's giving me a second chance to shine. And so I'm going to shine. Right. I'm going to do everything I can to shine, whether people see it or not. I'm going to shine. I'm going to be solid. I'm going to stay true to my name. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to stay true to who I am. Like, you don't get a Hebrew name, and your Hebrew name is going to mean something. And you might not like the way it sounds in the beginning. You might not do whatever, however it goes. Some people fall in love with their name right when they get it. But you get it, and you learn that this is me. This is who the Lord called me to be.
Right.
Not who my mama named me or what I thought my name should be.
Right.
It's who the Lord called me to be.
Right.
Like, you know, like the brother's name is Pulled Sword or whatnot. My name means diligent.
Right.
I'm like, damn, the Lord, seeing that I'm worthy to be called diligent. You know what I'm saying? You know, you get to looking at what your name mean and diligent. You get to doing all that. Like, you know, you get into it.
Right.
And like, and now I see that the name that I have is heavy to me. It might not be heavy to nobody else, but it's heavy to me.
Right.
And it's heavy to the Lord. I feel like from what I was in the world to what I am now, the Lord sees fit to call me diligent. It's something I have to strive to continue to be.
Right.
Something that the second chance that I got is something of greatness. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna take that for granted, not 1 second.
Right.
I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna lay these laws on camera and behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what's the right thing at all times. You know what I'm saying? But now we're gonna get into, is Jonah gonna do the right thing, right? The Lord's gonna tell Jonah again, right? Let's go. Jonah chapter 3, verse 1.
Jonah chapter 3, verse 1. And the word of the Lord came unto Jonah the second time.
All right, now he's coming unto Jonah again to reiterate what Jonah should have did in chapter 1. Right? Go ahead.
Saying, arise, go unto Nineveh, that great city, and preach unto it the preaching that I bid thee.
Right. Now say these words that I bid thee. Hold that. Give me Isaiah 58:1. Come here, Taj. Salakia. Salakia. Go ahead. Isaiah 58:1.
58.
This is your job as a priest and prophet.
Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud,
Cry aloud,
spare not,
spare not.
lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Like a trumpet, right? This is speaking of what you're supposed to do as a priest and a prophet. You cry aloud, you spare not. Go ahead, keep going.
And shew my people their transgressions.
Show my people their transgressions, right? This is speaking for what we do on these street corners. And also what we do in class as well. You know what I'm saying? It says, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, right? Go ahead.
And the house of Jacob their sins.
Right, so you're supposed to cry aloud, spare not, and lift up your voice like a trumpet. People come into camp and be like, why y'all yelling? Like, can't y'all just talk to us nice? Can't y'all just say something? You know, basically what they're telling us is, shut up and tell me what I want to hear.
Right.
That's just what they're saying. And we're not going to do that. We
Right.
pull this precept on them every single time. Read that one more time.
Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1.
And this is what Jonah is going to go do. Or what Jonah should do. Right? Go ahead.
Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. Right? Go ahead.
And shew my people their
And
transgressions.
show your people their transgressions. Right? Because we hard. Sometimes you got to yell at them a little bit. Lift up your voice. Let them make sure they hear you over all the other commotion and things going on. Right? But you showing your people their transgressions, they start to hate you. They start not to like you. Right? They start to be against you now. Go ahead.
Like it, and they look at you like, who are you to judge? Only God can judge me. Like, who are you to tell me what's going to happen to me? Like, who are you to judge?
Yeah, we're going to tell you what's going to happen to you because the Lord told us to tell you what's going to happen to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you think that we priests and prophets or not, it's fine. It's cool. Because what you think don't really necessarily matter. It's not going to stop the work of the Lord. Give me Isaiah 30 and 9. I believe I seen somebody's post. They was talking about something. I think it was a sister's post. She was talking about how, like, family or something like that. In the Christian church, how they want to hear what they want to hear. They don't want to hear the right things.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This is a perfect precept for that. This is why we show our people their transgressions.
I seen that too. I'm trying to figure out what it was.
I forget exactly what it said though.
Yeah.
It goes along the lines of this, right? This is the job of a priest and prophet, and this is what a priest and prophet has to go through. And I'm bringing this out because this is what Jonah initially ran away from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He ran away from crying aloud and doing the Lord's work.
Right.
And he should have just did it from the beginning. Don't matter how people may perceive you, no matter what they really want to hear. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, read that precept.
Isaiah chapter 30, verse 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children.
But look, it said that this is a rebellious people. Speaking of the Israelites, this is a lying, rebellious people, a lying children. Go ahead.
Children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Children that will not hear the law of the Lord. Go ahead.
Verse 10. Which say to the seers, see not. And to the prophets,
That's what they say to these prophets, but
prophesy not unto us right things.
don't prophesy us unto us right things. The scripture just told us, cry aloud, spare not. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to disregard what you're saying, because what you want to hear is, you can eat pork on sometimes, You can smoke a little weed if you do it in moderation.
Right.
You can, what's some other ones? You can go to the strip club, just don't spend all your rent at the strip. Like, come on, man.
Right.
I'm not telling you that garbage. I'm gonna tell you you're nasty going up in that strip club.
Right.
You are nasty. You want them raggedy whores? When you want them raggedy whores? You can get you a righteous woman.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know, brothers, we done dealt with whores. Your whole coming up. Take the time and get you a righteous sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really is peace. You know what I'm saying? It really is a beautiful thing. Go ahead.
So, like they say also, you can eat pork and shrimp too as long as you pray over it.
The wallet. They say that. That's what they want. That's what they want to hear from us.
Right.
You can eat pork and shrimp as long as it's holy now. You done prayed over it. God done seen it.
Right.
You done sanctified it. When he clearly says in Leviticus 11 chapter, don't eat these things, they're unclean to me. Right?
Right.
But they say, read that 10 one more time.
Isaiah chapter 30, verse 10,
Mm-hmm.
which say to the seers, see not.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, is that seers?
Yeah, seers.
Okay.
Like watchmen or like police
Okay.
and things of that nature, right? Go ahead.
Which say to the seers, see not. And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
Don't speak unto us the right thing, which we're supposed to do, right?
Right.
I'm bringing this out because I brought out Isaiah 58:1 to show you what we're supposed to do as prophets. And this is more so of us as prophets, what we go through from the people, right? Stop yelling at y'all talking this, tell us this, that's not right, y'all not this, right? We don't want to hear that. Don't speak to them. Basically what they're saying, the Spirit is saying, don't speak into us the right thing.
Right.
Don't speak into us the truth.
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
See not, and to the prophets prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things.
Smooth things. Speaking to us those smooth things.
Uh-oh.
Tell me that God gonna bless me if I keep eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster as long as I pray over it.
Right.
Tell him that he gonna bless me. Tell him that I don't have to put in basically I just have to have faith. What scripture say, faith without works is dead.
Right.
See what I'm saying? This is the type of mindset our people have. And you as a prophet have to be ready to deal with that. You have to be ready to understand that, look, I know my people are rebellious, hard-headed, stiff-necked people. Okay, that's fine. But the ones that hear are the ones that are truly ready to serve the Lord.
Right.
And those are the ones we truly want. And who the Lord truly wants. That's why I want to make my brother. I don't want just no random old brother just, he just like, yeah, it sounds good, but yeah, I'm just going to get in here because I think I should be.
Right.
I want a brother that really is in here and wants to serve the Lord. Because I'm going to show him proper brotherhood. I'm going to come to my house and, we're going to chill and drink. I don't want no, I might as well just be inviting Negroes up the street to come and chill with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But go ahead.
Speak unto us smooth things.
Right. That's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear the right things. They want to hear the smooth things. What else?
Prophesy deceits.
Prophesy deceits. That's what they want you to do. They want you to lie to them. That's why the Christian church, people go to the Christian church for so many years and they just they love being lied to. They love being told what they want to hear. But let's go back to Jonah. Saying all that to say that that's the task of a priest. There's more to it, but that's basically in a nutshell. You got to go out there and sacrifice your time and energy and everything that you want for the Lord and for your people, right? And they're not going to hear you. Some of them might. Some of them will. The ones that will, Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? But the majority of people are rebellious and lying children. They don't want to hear the truth, right?
Right.
Go ahead. Jonah 3:1.
3:1. Okay, I'm going to tell you Salakia. Jonah chapter 3, verse 1. And the word of the Lord came unto Jonah the second time, saying, arise.
So Jonah got his second chance like we all did coming into this truth. Go ahead.
Saying, arise, go unto Nineveh, that great city, and preach unto it the preaching that I bid thee.
Mm-hmm.
So Jonah arose and went unto Nineveh, according to the word of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Now Nineveh was an exceeding great city of 3 days' journey.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
And Jonah began to enter into the city a day's journey.
Right. Go ahead.
And he cried and said, yet 40 days, and Nineveh shall be overthrown.
Right. So Jonah went to the city, and he told them 40 days, and Nineveh is gonna fall. Right. Go ahead.
Verse 5. So the people of Nineveh believed God and proclaimed as a fast.
Right. So this goes into what I was saying. The people of Nineveh proclaimed unto God. So they said, oh, we only got 30 days to get right.
Right.
You only got 30 days to get right. And they said, we're going to get right in these 40 days. Like 40 days. We only got 40 days to get right, or we're going to get right in these 40 days. Go ahead.
So,
Go ahead.
Sir. Was that a mixture of people, or was that all Israelites?
Well, I believe ain't no heathen gonna be able to get right. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no heathen gonna be able to receive the salvation of the Lord.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He prophesying to his people. He ain't prophesying to nobody else, right?
Okay.
I mean, they might hear it, but he's prophesying to his people. Go ahead.
So the people of Nineveh believed God and proclaimed a fast.
Right, so they repented, right? Go ahead.
And put on sackcloth,
Mm-hmm.
from the greatest of them even to the least of them.
Right.
For a word came unto the king of Nineveh, and he arose from his throne, and he laid his robe from him,
Mm-hmm.
and covered him with sackcloth,
Right.
and sat in ashes.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
So Jonah was naked this whole time?
No, this is the king of Nineveh doing this.
Okay, God.
Nah, Jonah's a priest and prophet. He fully covered it. They're not getting naked. They just like humbling themselves.
God.
You know what I'm saying? They're humbling themselves. He took off his robe and laid in sackcloth. You know what I'm saying? All of them they basically saying from the king down to the lowest person. The whole city of Nineveh repented. They proclaimed a fast. They fasted for their sins, so the Lord will show them mercy, right?
Okay.
Just like when head priest Arya prophesied that America will be destroyed in 2000, certain people got right, others left, and that's it. That's that. You see what I'm saying? And here's the UPK still to this day, right? Go ahead.
Verse 7. And he caused it to be proclaimed and published through Nineveh by the decree of the king and his nobles, saying, let neither man nor beast, herd nor flock taste anything.
Mm-hmm.
Let them not feed nor drink water.
Mm-hmm.
But let man and beast be covered with sackcloth and cry mightily unto God. Yea, let them turn everyone from his evil way.
Right.
And from the violence that is in their hands.
Mm-hmm.
Who can tell if God will turn and repent and turn away from his fierce anger,
Mm-hmm.
that we perish not?
Right. And now he's giving them the reason why, he gave the people the reason why they're going to fast. Right? So the Lord can turn away from his fierce anger of destroying this city. They believe Jonah the prophet. Right?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. And God saw their works, that they turned from their evil way.
Mm-hmm.
And God repented of the evil that he had said that he would do unto them. And he did it not.
Right. He did it not. Now is that wrong for the Lord to do? Go ahead.
So like it, when they, I I was just bringing up the point where they said that God repented of the evil. Mm-hmm. So pretty much it's saying that God turned away from the punishment he was going to cause upon the city, right?
Exactly.
Because they were having this little thing, I guess it was polite them, they were saying as far as like God repenting, like he was like, how can I say it? It pretty much like it was, they were kind of like demasculating God. Like it was like him repenting that he was going to destroy Israel when he told Moses to turn away and he was going to destroy Israel, and then Moses pleaded for the lives of Israel and he repented. Or no, they were saying when he repented that he made men. They were pretty much putting it like, okay, he was, because he repented, he regretted making man in a way. That's what.
Speaking of when they started laying with it, Polite is just a fool. Man.
Yeah,
he don't know what the hell he be talking about. Polite is a fool. He don't know what the hell he be talking about. Like all these big words, but they don't be making sense. But what it was, he was talking about when, basically, the sons of men started sleeping with. The sons of men started sleeping with the. I gotta pull it now. I know where it's at though. Hold on, let me get it. It's in Genesis.
And so I know that he was trying to make it seem like Moses checked God because God repented that he.
So is he talking about? Okay, wait. Is he talking about? Are you talking about the one in Genesis? Or are you talking about when Moses, when the Lord was angry for saving him from when the Lord was angry with saving them from Egypt because of the disobedience that they kept showing in the wilderness.
It's like it. The one in Genesis was Polite's view of what repentance meant, and the one in was it Leviticus or?
Look, I'm not gonna pull it.
That was one with Sinai, when the story of Moses. Okay. I'm still like it. The records of Moses.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm pretty sure Captain Cesariak cut the hell out of it. I don't want to stand on what Captain Cesariak already did. But the Lord can do whatsoever he pleases. You see what I'm saying? The Most High Power can do whatsoever he pleases. He's the Most High Power. If he chooses to kill off the nation, he chooses to kill off the nation. If he chooses to repent from, I said I'm going to do this, but I'm not going to do it, he can do that.
God. Yeah.
Why can't he show mercy? You know what I'm saying? Why can't he show mercy?
God.
It's wrong for him to show mercy.
Right.
It's wrong for him to see his creation doing something wrong and be like, man, see, y'all making me mad about even making y'all. It's wrong for him to do that? No.
Right.
He's like, okay, but he has the right to do it. He's like, okay, I said I'm going to do this, but they changed. They corrected their mistake. So it's only right for me to not do. Why if they doing the right thing, why I'm going to punish them if they corrected their mistake?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just people who don't understand the Bible and don't understand a goddamn thing. Go ahead.
It's like it's honestly their ignorance on what words actually mean in the Bible.
Right.
It's the same way of me and my ignorance on the apple or the whale. Like it's a Christian perspective, so you think that it means something, but it really doesn't mean that. Like, for instance, the word virgin, or what else?
Heart. Right.
Mind.
People don't understand about it. That's why we say, come in here. We're going to teach you. We're going to help you. We're going to give you the understanding. But, you know, that's neither here nor there.
Right.
Well, I guess I'll finish chapter 4 next week. You know what I'm saying? I'll just start off the class with chapter 4, then we go into a whole different topic. So Jonah did the right thing. He corrected the mistake. He didn't fess with his second chance that the Lord gave him. That's a beautiful thing. Brothers and sisters, do not go against what the Lord has told you to do, what the Lord has called you to do. Serve the Lord in truth and sincerity, and love the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Have mercy. In your times of affliction, call upon the Lord, and he will save you. You know what I'm saying? Tune in next week. We're going to get chapter 4. We're going to end out Jonah. And with that, Shalom Yahal Bashim Yahal Shabbat, Shalom Yahal Shemal Bashim Yahal Shah. One West Radio coming tomorrow, man. The memorial blowing of the trumpets. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Tune in. We're gonna have it for y'all. All right, with that, Shalom.